live, guys. Great to be here. Great to see all of you. Well, as you trickle in, because I had a whole live scheduled for yesterday. Didn't even realize it was the holiday. Made plans that we're gonna say overlapped with the time I was supposed to go live. I was literally sitting someplace and was like, 20 minutes so KimberlyGamble.com goes live, and I was like, ooh, I'm not going live. But what can you do? I'm here now. And if you got one, that's great. If not, you could watch this at your earliest convenience. So, in terms of the lives, I mean, it would be great if more of y'all came and the notification went out. I also know YouTube sometimes with these notifications about me going live are super delayed and a little bit problematic. But as long as you can watch when you can, I always appreciate it. So, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you're old here, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. It really means so much to me, and I truly appreciate it. So, check in with me. Like I said, yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. I hope everybody was able to do some kind of either service to your community, reach out, just connect with people you love, and remember the things that are important as we try to make change for the positive in our world that we live in. And besides that, I've been doing well. I've been surprisingly not buying that much makeup lately. I've just kind of been looking at what's going on in the Instagram streets, seeing the different releases and videos, and seeing some interesting things, some things that I like, some things that I don't. But let's start off with the things that I like. So Huda Beauty today relaunched their signature foundation, and it's now called like the Luminous Matte Foundation, Liquid Foundation. And they took out the fragrance and all the other problematic stuff that was in the foundation. And I'm so happy for them. I'm so proud. I feel like all brands need to be like Huda Beauty, right? So like when people are telling you, sorry, I'm trying to grab my little water thing. But when people are telling you, oh, that looked gross in the camera, won't be doing that again. But when people are telling you that your product did something wrong, or that they can't use it, or break them out, or that the fragrance is just too strong, for a brand to go back and to re-engineer the product and be like, oh, so we took all the stuff out and now it's better. That is amazing. That's not something that happens all the time. Definitely not something that happens overnight or quickly in this fashion. Usually they'll wait 10 years and then redo the formulation. So definitely kudos, shout outs, flowers to Huda Beauty for doing that. I'm probably going to purchase the new fragrance-free version because the version with fragrance is trash and I pretty much can't stand the smell of it. I feel like I'm rubbing my face with perfume. It's also really, really full coverage. Like a lot of foundations, most in the spectrum of liquid foundations, it's like most of them are going to be medium to full. It's like sheer. No, it's like tinted moisturizer, not even in the frame. Sheer, medium to full coverage. And Huda Beauty is definitely over here in the full coverage spectrum. And I just don't wear that kind of makeup. Like, I love it for once in a while if I'm gonna look glam or have like a crazy night out or something like that. But since night outs are Zoom night out, like I'm not really putting on a full coverage beat at all. So, might not get it. Might not make sense to buy it. We'll see. But really proud of Huda Beauty for changing that formulation because that's great. Anything else that I saw that I liked? Let's double check the phone. I lied. Well, I said I was going to start with something I like. So I started with something I like. So now let me go to something I don't like. Now, brands are known for having like a signature thing, right? So, MAC for a long time was known for complexion and skin products. Speaking of skin products, you see how my skin looking, girl? This is 2 days off of Fenty Skin and back on Philosophy and Glossier. And my skin looks like almost even tone. Like granted, I got my little contour scars because my little cheekbones, and those are fine. But all that discoloration that's around my mouth, when the Fenty Skin video drops tomorrow, like I'm about to tag this live in the description box just so y'all can see what my skin is supposed to look like. Like I have no foundation on. I have a little brow pencil. I don't even have concealer under my brows. Like this is what my skin is supposed to look like. And you see how this is like so much lighter? And same thing with this discoloration over here. When I get to 7 days in with the Glossier, my skin is like back to amazingness. And that's why the bad thing about testing skincare, which I mean, I'm trying to up my skincare videos because why lie? People aren't buying as much makeup now that we're in the house bored in the house. Everybody's buying skincare. So I'm like, all right, let me hop on the wave. Let me do some skincare reviews. But the issue with the skincare reviews is when the skincare products suck, my skin then suffers because the products aren't working. And then I have to go back to my baseline to make my skin great again. I didn't like that. Damn. I just hate that like kind of went. But yeah, so this is what I'm supposed to look like. And unfortunately, I had way much more discoloration and craziness with the Fenty skin. And it was just like, ugh. Like the products aren't terrible, but they're just not the best. And that's the thing with all these makeup brands. Are you gonna go with, yes, I love Rihanna's music, she's a star, seems like a cool person via the media representation of her, and that's fine. But like, am I personally gonna have less than skincare because I think Rihanna's a cool person in my head? And I really feel like that's what it's coming down to with the Fenty skin. Like if you try it, it may work for you, but the thing is it may not. Like when you were in elementary school and you did the math problem, like if Timmy had 5 shirts and Timmy had 5 pants, how many outfits can Timmy have, right? Skincare is the same way with the kinds of combinations. You're going to have oily, combination oily, normal, dry, extra severely dry. Then on top of that, you're going to have, are you prone to acne? Are you sensitive? Do you have a sensitivity to sun, sensitivity to chemicals, sensitivity to fragrance? Like there's so many permutations of the types of skin that people have that there's just no way to create 4 products and think that it's going to work for everybody's skin. So it's like celebrity versus the product. Like which one is more important to you? Which one's better? Which one is really influencing your choice, right? Because I'm not going to front, when Fenty makeup first came out, I was not checking for it. It was like a glittery eyeshadow palette. I don't think the foundation was the first thing she launched, but it was like a glittery eyeshadow palette, Moroccan and all of those kind of things. And I was just like, girl, see me when you do some lipsticks. And then when Mademoiselle's and all those came out, then I was like, oh, okay. No, actually, I lied. Was Uncensored Stunner Lip Paint the first thing she came out with? Because maybe that's what it was. It was that lipstick she came out with, and then I bought the lipstick, and it was like, this is amazing. Every other thing she comes out with, I'm going to buy. And then she came out with the glittery eyeshadow palettes, and I was just like, oh, I'm not buying that. So, yes, you want to get the things from her because we like her in our heads, but everybody's skin is different, and it's just so hard for skincare to be blanketed great for everyone. So there's bound to be people who are going to try it and it just doesn't work for them. Another thing that I kind of was noticing in these social media makeup streets was that Pat McGrath came out with another Divine Rose collection. This is the second Divine Rose collection. I love Pat McGrath makeup. I think she's super cool. She commented on like an Instagram post. I made a video of her palette and I was jumping for joy. Screenshot it. Was like top 10 makeup moments of my life. But I was thinking, at what point does it go from signature of the brand to one trick pony? Now, by no means does Pat McGrath fit into the one trick pony category. This is only her second Divine Rose collection. And you know, those good things come in threes. or is bad things come in threes? I'm gonna say good things come in threes. And if she wants to come out with one more Divine Rose collection 3, I could see it. But then on the other hand, I think of brands like NARS and NARS Orgasm. They did Orgasm everything. Orgasm highlighter, well, it's blush, Orgasm lip balm, Orgasm lip gloss. Like, I'm waiting. I feel like Orgasm foundation is about to be next, and it's going to have like the little pink Hyperflex in it already. Like, there's just so many Orgasm this, Orgasm that, and it's just like everything NARS has that same Orgasm product name, and I'm just like, y'all have got to be able to come out. And then it was like, was it Extreme Orgasm or Extra Orgasm? Then they just had the same blush, but just put more glitter in it and tried to say it's like a remix. And I'm just like, how many times are you going to release a product that has the same name, the same color scheme? Like, we don't want that. So, I think it's a very thin line between like a signature kind of collection and overdoing it. So, I feel like that's something that brands definitely need to be wary of. Like, be careful with this branding because it's going to get old real quick. That's another thing with ColourPop. At first, people used to love that ColourPop came up with so much, and now everyone's complaining that it's like it's too many collections. You can't enjoy one thing before it's the next. Then like ColourPop overload. I don't even want to think to go through and dig through and try to figure out what's what. And it's like, that's not good. Like, too much of a good thing. It's so possible. So let's head over to Instagram, see what we find. So Instagram was pretty quiet today and recently. There wasn't really anything outrageous like we already talked about before. Pat McGrath, Divine Rose, another collection. I kind of want the highlighter. I never had any highlighters from her, so I also kind of want the mothership too. I just want the pink packaging. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even that pressed for these shadows because I don't even wear eyeshadow that much. When I Monday through Friday, I'm not a morning person. I'm very much a evening night person. So in the mornings when I wake up, pull up to the Zoom, this is how I look. Brows, mascara, and then my lip gloss is literally right here on my monitor stand. That way I can real quick before the call, and then this is exactly what they see. So except the camera's not this clear because this is my personal webcam. I use like the camera in the computer for work. So the idea of buying a $125 eyeshadow palette just because I like the packaging, I don't know. I gotta see. I'm gonna think on it. There's lipsticks too, lipsticks and lip glosses. I'm really into now like this clear with a color lip gloss. So I already showed it to you, but I'll show it again. You guys see how much is missing? This is my favorite lip gloss. I wear this thing literally every day. And I love this like clear with a hint of color look. So seeing that she has like the more opaque lip glosses with this collection, I don't know how hype I am. So we'll see. That was the Pat McGrath. Huda Beauty, we already talked about the new launch with no fragrance. BH Cosmetics came out with something. It looks like nothing special. Oh, it's a Lunar New Year collection from BH Cosmetics. I'm curious for somebody who celebrates Lunar New Year. Is that like a part of the, like, do you give commercialized gifts like how we do for Christmas? Like for Christmas, if a new Christmas makeup collection comes out, you would buy the collection and give it to someone who you know loves makeup, because like that's a thing that they're like impersonal, well, not impersonal gifts, but they're gifts that you like get from the store and give. Is that a thing with Lunar New Year? Because a lot of makeup companies are coming out with collections, and I'm just like, I hope this is to give to somebody, because none of this stuff is special enough for me to go buy it for myself, or at least I don't think so. I'm hoping that it's like a gift and someone's like, oh, she likes makeup, Lunar New Year collection, I'll buy it for her and give it to her. And then whether or not she actually likes it is between her and the eyeshadow palette. Natasha Denona's coming out with some stuff. Not really worried about it. Oh, remember the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter that I was like, ooh, I might get it. And this is it, swatches of it. So wait, I'm gonna try and tilt it so you can see it. Oh no, it was actually better the other way. How did I have it? Oh, let's see, pull back. All right, well, sorry if you can't see it, but go follow Makeup Crazy and look at the swatches. Yeah, this is not. Here we go. Is this a better picture? There you go. If I tilt it down, you can kind of see. That is real light, and that is a white woman's hand. So I don't know what that would look like on my face. It would probably look like straight. You can see it. It would probably look like straight glitter chunks on my face. I don't think I'm buying it. It also doesn't have any flex to it. Like, I like the highlighters where if it's going to be glittery, let it be a multi-tone kind of glitter so that way it like has a little more movement and it looks less like Wet and Wild. I'm a 12-year-old and I just have glitter stripes on my cheeks. Even though that's a look too, so don't stop it if you like it. This Animal Crossing collection, y'all. This looks like something that ColourPop already did. They just made it smaller palettes, so it's 4 colors instead of 6 or 8 colors, whatever they usually do. But none of this stuff looks special. None of it looks special, and I'm just like, what was the point of this? Like, does this not look like every other ColourPop collection that ever came out? Like, oh, it's on my from the table. But yeah, so that's a dub. What else is there? Oh, more beauty brands from people I don't know. It's funny. There's so many influencers that I like don't even watch, but I probably should. I mean, everybody, I don't want to say everybody's trying to make money, but I understand the fact of like, oh, I have a dream that I want to have a brand. Like, I definitely get that and I understand it. But I'm just like, if you're going to go off, if you're going to jump out the window with your brand, make sure you do some research about positioning and where you would fit in the market. Don't just come out with something and be like, people who love me will buy it, because that's not going to last long. Like, your thing needs to do what nobody else's thing does. I feel like a great example of that is Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has the Little Monsters. She has a whole group of people who are just dedicated to being her fans. And she dropped that makeup collection and it is just sitting there. Like, people don't talk about it. It's not really ranked. When you see like the lists in the magazines, I'm just like, but Lady Gaga's a whole famous person. What's going on? And it's really just that, like, what she created wasn't innovative. It wasn't different. Selena Gomez tried with that whole, the tops are easier for people with joint problems and it gives to a good cause, and it wasn't true and everybody ran with it, so that helped sell it in the beginning. But I'm curious with her latest collection, a lot of people are just like, this whole monotone look with the same eyeshadow, the same blush, and the same lip color. Like, that's not really what people are looking for necessarily. Like, yeah, people are looking for easy makeup, but for my whole face to be the same color, maybe not necessarily that. But yeah, I don't know. You got to do a lot of market research, positioning, meeting with people, consultants, doing teams, soft launches, focus groups. Like, you definitely really have to focus in when you're about to create a brand, because I'll actually, let me go back to Instagram and show you the brand that is what I was referring to. I'm not sure who the woman is, but let me see. They're calling her Sam. I don't know her full name, but Auric is the brand. That's a U between it's AUIRC. And basically it's like foundations for everybody, but we skipped mad people in between here. Look how, okay, there's the phone. Look how close those shades are, and then look at the, oh, no. man, sorry. Look how close those foundation shades are, and then look at the disparity in between these. So all of the brown girls, y'all gotta fit in there, but they're giving you milk. They're giving you milk, sand, and sandpaper, and all the different light variations. But oh, this is the woman. Even that setup doesn't look impressive. Like if the thing is 4 bottles of foundation and her in a dress, that was the dress y'all picked. Like very little attention to detail. It seems very much pre-created. We gonna put your label on it, like high label. I don't know, like Shopify or something like that. Like you send us your logo, we'll put it on there, and we make the things. Like I definitely don't think you want to do that as a brand, which is really why it's important to create those stories. Even for the cosmetic launches, I remember in early 2000s when it was like 2005 and 6 when a makeup collection used to drop. Maybe not 2005. That kind of is a little before my time. 2008, 2009, makeup collections used to have like a manifesto when they launched the collection. It would be like jungle sleepiness in the concrete city. And it's like a girl loves her makeup, but what does she do when the jungle meets the city and she can't fit into any world and she's all alone? Like they had a whole storyline. They had like a character and a persona, and you were buying into it. You would be reading it and trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to get all these pieces from the collection, because in addition to it breaking down which products are which, it would give like a whole story about the elements of the collection and what it's supposed to represent and what the inspiration was and what time period did it pull from and who are some people that they're like paying homage to with this collection and the experience. Like it would be nothing for them to be like, same thing with fashion, how it's like, oh, Karl Lagerfeld like went to Morocco one summer and now he created this collection based off that. Like it used to, I don't know if any of that is accurate. So, but it's an example. Like I'm trying to say, like there used to be the same way fashion lines have a story behind their new collections. Makeup companies used to do the same thing. And it needs to be so much more work put into it and so much more context given to it that you didn't feel bad buying the whole collection, because you were just like, no, this is the jungle in the city. Like I need all the pieces because they work together. Like, and you had a narrative to why you needed everything. Now they're just like, blah, here's the things, and then you're like, oh well, I'll get 1, 2, and 10, and the other 40 things that can go in the trash, or I'm not even gonna pay them no mind. And also one thing that they never done really, they're starting to do it with the you could buy the PR box, but they need to put all these collections in one and then discount the price. Like pick your fave lip gloss, quad, lip pencil, and lipstick maybe from the collection, and a highlighter, and package that baby up as one and discount it by like 20%. And then just be like, boom, here's the collection mini kit. And then you could do like 3 permutations of that so people could just buy it, because it is so annoying trying to go, oh, this lip gloss, that lipstick, this, that, and trying to go through and find it on your own. That would just be so convenient if y'all could just do that. Please. Thank you. Or with the minis. I'm not gonna front, Fenty Skin Care, when I saw like the full sizes and the prices, I was like, oh, and it might mess up my skin, I'm definitely not buying that. But then once I went shopping for the holidays and I saw the mini, then I was like, okay, I could buy the mini. $40, it's not too bad for the set, and then I'll try it out and tell the YouTube people what happened. But yeah, so definitely these little smaller sets, I think companies need to hop on that, especially since we are now entering year 2 of the panoramic. And I don't think people are all of a sudden going to start buying makeup, even though it's a positive outlook for government and we might get a stimulus. Let me tell you something. That's not for makeup necessarily. That's not for skincare necessarily. So y'all need to start coming up with some ways to have some bundle deals, just like how the weave companies do. Make a bundle deal The lip gloss usually costs $5, but if you get the little bundle, it's gonna come down to $2.50. Like, help us, help you, help us. So I definitely think that those are some things that moving forward is going to see. And it's also going to be interesting since most companies are on like a year lag time for what they create. It's going to be interesting to see in 2021, what did y'all create in 2020 when it was a panic and everybody's like, we don't even know if people are going to buy makeup, or if only going to be skincare. And should we pivot? Should we do this? Should we do that? Should it only be neutrals? Should we focus on Zoom face and only give you the makeup items that you think are going to be helping you look pretty virtually? Like, what did they come up with? And how was it that them working from home or remotely may affect what we get? You know what I'm saying? That's something I would love to have more insight on. Because that's just interesting to me. Like, in terms of, I feel like when the outside world was open, there was so many things. Even for me, I'm not necessarily like an artist, but in terms of my creative flow, like when I was going to the park almost every day and like walking in the summertime, I feel like my creative juices were flowing so much better compared to now, where I just be like, what am I gonna do? I gotta think of something. I need an idea. And I even find myself watching more like Nat Geo Wild and stuff, trying to be like, let me get some, because it's cold up north now. So I'm just like, so snow tomorrow. I'm like, I need some more, and I just don't have it. So I definitely would like to see how that. I mean, granted, it's their job to create new collections, and they can't just be like, I can't go outside, I have no inspiration. But I would definitely love to see how that's gonna come to fruition and affect what is going on with the world right now, and with these makeup companies. I do know Sephora was always aggressive with the email marketing, but it has turned up a notch. I left something in the cart and it's been round robining me. I'm definitely in the email nurture that sis, in the cart, you left it in the cart, in the cart, in the cart. And I was like, does Sephora do this that much? I mean, it could be possible that I never leave stuff in the cart. I just buy it. But I used to get like one notification, like in the cart, and then that was it. Or you looked at this, because another thing that I do is when I'm editing my YouTube videos on my computer, instead of having to open another tab to look at product information, I'll use the Sephora app. And the Sephora app will be like, you looked at this, so what about this? And I've noticed that it's picked up so much with frequency that I'm getting these messages. Also, J-Lo at the Sephora store signing boxes. I was like, since when? Who? What? Now? She out there? It's having to constantly pull up her mask, talking about, I'm signing 5 boxes and they about to be sold out. Like, come down here. And then at the store where she's at, in what city? Like, I've never seen Sephora go out like that. They might be like, oh, there's an event. There's like a press thing that we videoed and you can watch. But in terms of like J-Lo's here right now, come through, like, it almost looked bad. Like they didn't really plan a full kind of launch. Like I saw the video of like her products like twirling in the studio. But I mean, I guess people have Zoom fatigue. So I guess people feel like they don't want to do another Zoom. But what a great opportunity for y'all have done like a Zoom with J-Lo to talk about her skin journey from when because she's been in the industry for a long time. So like clearly, I mean, not that I don't know this for a fact, but like her skincare routine has probably changed over the years. So for her to speak to what she did to get the glow when she first came in the industry and was trying to do it by herself on set, compared to now when she's getting the glow, and how it's different because of her age, where she's at in her career, how HD TV and like better quality cameras has affected, like all of that would have been really interesting to hear from her perspective. So that was definitely a missed opportunity by Sephora for some customer engagement, especially since she's only at Sephora, so they definitely could have negotiated that in the contract, like do one event. If they were smart, they didn't even have to make it a free event. They could have charged points and be like, you can't pay to attend this event, you have to have 1,000 points to register, or something like that. That would have been smart. for a missed opportunity. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll get it together next time. All right. So I just wanted to come in here quickly just to say hi. I know I was supposed to be here yesterday and I was not. But I'm here now. So I hope you get to watch this when you can. Thanks for coming. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Leave in the comment section what makeup things you want discussed next week. We will be here next week, Monday at 7:30. I'm gonna try and do either 7:30 or 8. I'll choose one and I'll make a flyer and everything and start trying to get back on it. But all right, thank you so much for coming. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you next time. All right, have a great day.